Hi, Michael Pilarski here, and I just wanted to show you the third year of one of my medicinal agroforestry system plantings. And so this is July 4th, 2018. So this is the third growing season, and we have things like this red currant here, lovage, lots of golden rod over on the side here. Here's some elephant garlics. Here's one of the tree components. Here's a service berry. Here's another service berry, and so on. There's service berries in here, along with these currants. And there's ginkgos in here too. We'll point one out in a minute. Here's a raspberry. Here's meadow sweet, elecampane. Here's more of the service berry sending out runners, so we're going to get increased production of runners of service berries over the time. Here's marshmallow volunteer. So we're getting volunteers in here, which is good. We could use the marshmallow. That'll be a 2-year crop. And also a leaf crop this year. Here's elderberry. We have European elderberry in here and blue elderberry. Here's one of the ginkgos right here. In fact, here's another ginkgo right on that side of you. And here's another ginkgo here. So there's 3 ginkgos in a row at this particular point. Here's bee balm coming up as an understory. And over here we have a bunch more peppermint and a big patch of spearmint. That's really spread in here. So this is solid ground cover here. And with the currants on the one side, raspberries on down there. Here's valerian sticking out. So there's a fair amount of chips in here. So we have a little bit of weeds in the ground story, but not too much. We need to go through here and clean it up a bit. We keep pushing the weeds back, but we don't have too much of a weed pressure here. Okay, so the valerian will give us seed and root. And there's comfrey over there. That's the true comfrey. There's quite a bit of Culver's root here, long-term perennial. A lot of walking onions. We can market all these little, there's enough walking onion starts for the neighborhood. And here's some more ginkgo, more comfrey. Lots of young raspberries moving here, so I'm cutting those down for the leaf this year, but they're moving around. Look at this nice, this is a white currant. They're just starting to ripen. They'll get riper over the next couple of weeks, but there's a lot of fruit on here, so this is their third year. They're getting into bearing now. More raspberry, more currants, more ginkgos. Heavy on the woody component here. This is going to be a lot of trees and shrubs. Here's elecampane herb. Bit of a hops trellis. It needs to go up. We haven't finished that. Bugleweed. We gotta get this hops off of this yellow wood tree here. This is small Xanthoceras. That's a nut tree, so we gotta rescue that. Here's some betony, more comfrey. Here's a big patch of teasel seedlings. Way too thick. I'll thin them out a little bit, but they'll make a bunch of, this will make a big bunch of root mass by the end of the year. Another ginkgo. Here's Amer cork tree. Here's more of the elderberries. We just harvested the seed today. Blue vervain mixed in with a little errant dock. you will take out. More ginkgo. And here's a row of aronia berries. And this year, look, we're gonna get a nice production this year. First year that we're really getting production on the aronia. So I had to wait 3 years for production, but it's gonna go good. The understory last year, we dug a lot of things up here. So right now we have, here's a betony coming up. Here's a betony. Here's a betony. There's a betony. A little bit of weeding to do. There's a betony. Anyway, this is going to be a betony patch here. A new perennial going into the system. So the aronia is interspersed with a blue vervain. And more betony in the ground story. Aronia. More of the white currants. Some cohosh, valerian root, bugle weed, valerian. So we're still catching up on the weeding, and here more cohosh. Then we run into a bunch of the native roses, paulownia trees. They died back mostly, but this year they're coming a bit more. So they'll turn into a nice big deciduous tree eventually. More cohosh, more rose, more bugleweed. There's a lot of bugleweed on the other side here. And to take advantage of this open space at the end, I've got a bunch of potatoes coming up here. So I'll get a potato crop out of this little section here. So that gives you an idea of what the third year looks like on this little section of 3-year agroforestry system. So yeah, start one at home.